What's up guys, just Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is Friday the 6th of January, got a lot of confirmed transfers to get through as well, of course, as the really good rumours. So before we get started, as always, if you show support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on today's rumours and let me know what rumours I should do in the next episode. Also, if you missed yesterday's videos, they'll be down below in the description box. It does include a Team of the Year market crash 20k team, which is really overpowered. And I do apologise for my voice goes today and if I sound a little bit bunged up, but I think I'm getting ill, which is really unfortunate timing. But anyway, let's get into transfers, what you're here for. So the very first one today is going to be Peñaranda. I've never actually heard of him in real life. Apparently he's owned by Watford and he's gone on loan to Malaga. At the start of the season he was on loan to Udinese in Italy. It's a 6-month loan deal with the option of an extension. And to be fair, he does look like a decent gold card. Only 76 rated, but 84 pace, 82 dribbling. Not sure his skill moves are weak for, but he's also very young, being born in 1997. The next player is going to be Sam Johnston, going to Aston Villa from Manchester United on a season-long loan, obviously until the end of the season. Followed by Julian Dessart, going to Derby from Middlesbrough. Again, it's a loan deal until the summer. Followed by Carlos Strandberg, a Swedish striker, going to Club Brugge from CSKA Moscow in Russia for an undisclosed fee, although some sites are saying £1.28 million or around that fee. Next player is going to be Leonardo Morosini, going to Genoa from a club called Brescia, who I think are in the Serie B, the second tier of Italian football. They also signed another guy yesterday, another youngster from the second tier of Italian football, but I can't remember his name. I didn't write it down, unfortunately, so apologies about that. But this one around £2 million or so. Then we go on to Lookman, going to Everton from Charlton Athletic in League One for around £10 million. So it is a big fee, but I believe he's like 18 or 19 years old, so obviously got a lot of potential about him. Was also linked to a lot of Premier League clubs other than Everton, so done well to get him. And the last player from League One that kind of like went to the Premier League, I think, was Dele Alli. So even if he turns out half as good as him, they've got good value for money right there. Next player is Nemanja Gadel. He was in the other day's episode linked to China. Now it's all official. He's left Ajax for £5.1 million. A club he's gone to is Tianjin Teda, and that's the same team that Freddie Montero plays for. If you played FIFA 12 or whatever, you may remember him. He's a really good silver playing for Seattle Sounders. And I think on FIFA 14 he went to Sporting in Portugal. But either way, that's the team he's gone to. Next player is Yunus Mali, going to Wolfsburg, and that is from Mainz in the Bundesliga for around €12.5 million as a reported fee. Some sites saying 10.63, which could well be a good conversion. But either way, it's a good card on FIFA Ultimate Team, and Wolfsburg, they're investing very well so far in this window. Next up, we go on to Michael Dawson, but it's not about him. It's about Hull City getting a new manager already, to be fair to them, and that is Marco Silva. And his first game in charge will be this weekend. There's also two more transfers of players that aren't on FIFA Ultimate Team, and that is the first one, Mitrovic, going to Besiktas from HNK Rijeka, a Croatian team, for 3.4 mil. And the other one is a guy called Karavaviev. I probably said that completely wrong, but he's gone to Fenerbahce from Shakhtar Donetsk on a deal until the end of the season. And now we move on to potential deals and the rumours. And the very first player is a Nigerian that plays for Chelsea, that is John Obi Mikel. According to the Daily Mail, John Obi Mikel is yet to feature for Chelsea this season, so has opted to follow Oscar to the Far East, with Tianjin Teda medical already scheduled. And the reports are also saying his apparent contract, his yearly salary, is around €8.5 million. So I think Axel Witsel, he got 18, but 8.5 mil for a player like Joe Mikel. He's not featured at all, like I said, for Chelsea so far. It's just understandable why he's taken that and now rejected Valencia. The next player is going to be Nikola Kalinic, and apparently, according to multiple sources today, Tianjin Quanjian coach Fabio Cannavaro is considering raiding his homeland to bring two Serie A strikers to China. Sky Italy reports that Tianjin are keen on former Blackburn striker Kalinic, who plays for Fiorentina, and they're willing to activate his €50 million release clause to sign. Like, that is crazy numbers right there. And they're also linked to this man right here, Carlos Bacca, according to Tuttosport. So Tianjin, as well as Guangzhou Evergrande and Shanghai Shenhua, are interested in making a move for AC Milan forward Carlos Bacca. West Ham have been heavily linked with a Colombian international over the past year, and especially since the summer. So no fee has been mentioned for Bacca, but €50 million for Kalinic is so overkill. I actually read an article earlier on today saying that apparently Chinese Super League clubs now, they could well get a cap of how much they can spend. And that was a quote from one of the Chinese football related people, so it may be true, it may not be, but I can understand if they do apply one. Next up is another player linked to China, not for the first time either, Igalo from Watford. Sky sources understand Igalo could be the latest player on his way to China, with Shanghai Shenhua interested in the Watford striker. It's still the Chinese club who recently signed Carlos Tevez and managed by Gus Poyet will follow up their interest with a formal offer. I think this time last year or potentially in the summer, there's like a £38 million bid for him, but Watford rejected because Igalo wanted to stay in the Premier League. But in the space of a year, things have changed so drastically, because this time last year, Igalo was killing it already for Watford, like scoring goals for fun. I think he scored like 15 or something, but right now he's not scoring many goals compared to this time last year, and he could well be interested now in a move to the Far East, because the contract to be offered would be ludicrous. Now we go on to Ricardo Pereira, a Portuguese fullback today linked to Arsenal, according to the Daily Star. Arsenal weighing up a £20 million bid for Porto fullback Ricardo Pereira, who's currently on loan to the French team Nice. The 23-year-old fullback has attracted interest from across Europe for his defensive exploits while on loan at the French club, where he's helped them reach the top of Ligue 1. The Star claim Arsene Wenger views Pereira, who could play both right back and left back, as a direct rival to Hector Bellerin. The next player is going to be Paul-Georges Ntep. According to L'Equipe today, Crystal Palace wish to sign Ntep from Rennes. The winger is also wanted by Wolfsburg, and the Bundesliga side hold the upper hand as the attacker prefers the German top flight to the Premier League. And I believe it was in yesterday's video saying that Ntep had agreed to join the Wolfsburg now, but Crystal Palace could well try and tempt him with a bigger wage offer or something. And I mean, it'd be a great card for both leagues, to be honest, having Ntep in the Bundesliga, a nice cheap winger, as well as in the Premier League. Either way, I'd be happy with a move. Next player is Thiago Ilori, a player that we signed for quite a big fee back in like 2013. It did look like we paid around £7 million to get him from Sporting, but now looks like we paid around £3 million. So according to multiple different sources today, Reading have had a bid of £3.75 million plus add-ons accepted by Liverpool for 23-year-old centre-back Thiago Ilori. It's now down to the player whether he wants to sign for Reading or not and go down to the Championship. So I'm assuming Liverpool will be happy to do the deal, but Thiago Ilori, he may be looking to go elsewhere. Next player is Jermaine Defoe. Yesterday was a £6 million bid made for him from West Ham for the Sunderland man. And apparently, according to BBC Radio 5 now, Sunderland striker Jermaine Defoe would probably rather be back in London, according to his former teammate Jermaine Genius, after a £6 million bid was made. So that part doesn't really matter, but according now to other parts of it, West Ham are willing to offer up to £15 million for Jermaine Defoe, but Sunderland will continue to reject any offers. So right now, it's a bit of a predicament for Sunderland. They may want to cash in on him because, again, he's 34 years old, but he's also their saviour potentially to remain in the Premier League. Next player is Moussa Dembele, another player linked to West Ham. According to multiple sources today, West Ham appear to have hinted they have made a £20 million offer for their Celtic striker. An article on the Hammers official website stated a bid of £20 million, a figure close to the club's all-time transfer record, was submitted for a player from Scotland. However, a Celtic Park source told PA Sport they had received no offers so far for the Frenchman, and I think he could be amongst a lot of interest. Fantastic little player, scoring a lot of goals as well. But I think it may be the summary moves, but maybe a big offer could come in now in this window. Next player is Robbie Brady. Sky sources understand that Leicester are considering an approach for Norwich winger Robbie Brady if they sell Jeffrey Schlupp during the January transfer window. Schlupp hasn't been included in the 18-man squad in any of Claudio Ranieri's last 6 Premier League matches. West Brom saw a bid for the Ghanaian rejected in the summer. It's thought that Albion and Aston Villa are monitoring his situation. Ranieri is keen to increase his options out wide, and Sky understand he's impressed by Brady's performances last season when Norwich were relegated, and also by a showing for Republic of Ireland at the Euros in the summer. Next up is a short one. According to Damasio, OGC Nice in France are in advanced talks to sign Luis Gustavo from Wolfsburg. No fees been mentioned, but I did mention in a video the other day that Gustavo is fully willing to leave Wolfsburg, and Wolfsburg are willing to listen to offers because they are buying a lot of players, and his place may be up for grabs now in the side. Next player is Patrice Evra, linked to a return to Manchester United. According to The Times, Patrice Evra has told friends he is keen to return to Manchester United to see out his career, having fallen down the pecking order at Juventus. And I believe it was Rio Ferdinand who put on Instagram yesterday actually saying, is he coming back? He could just be stirring the rumour a little bit, which it probably is, but United fans, would you take Patrice Evra back despite already having the likes of Luke Shaw? Next player is going to be Charlie Masonda of Chelsea, and he actually was on loan to Real Betis earlier this season and also part of last season, but was returned a couple of months ago, or about a month ago now, to Chelsea. And according to Mediaset today, the Roma director is in London this week. There's not entirely clear why, but again, Mediaset is saying it's to meet Chelsea for Charlie Masonda. And he was recently linked to the Italian club because Mohamed Salah is currently going to the African Cup of Nations with Egypt, so Masonda could well be up for grabs. Next player is going to be Manuel Gabbiadini. According to a couple of Italian sources today, Everton target Gabbiadini has reached an agreement with Bundesliga side Wolfsburg. Now, he was linked to Everton for around 20 million euros or so, and according to the Daily Mirror today, Southampton looking to bid £17 million for the 25-year-old Napoli frontman. So it's not just Everton after him, a lot of clubs are apparently in for him, so it could be going off from Napoli now, and what club it is, we'll have to wait and see. Could be going to Bundesliga, could be coming to the Premier League. And now quite a random one that came out yesterday, it's all official as well. Apparently Southampton centre-back Jose Fonte has told the Saints he wants to leave St Mary's this window, so the club captain wants to go. Fonte was told by the director of football that he can leave Southampton in this window if they can find a suitable replacement, and there aren't many clubs currently linked to him. Obviously Manchester United were back in the summer. A lot of people are saying Liverpool as well, potentially because of what Lover and Paul on Instagram the other day and the fact that most Southampton players do join us. But for now, I think Fonte, he'll end up at United. But whoever he goes to, they've got a very solid centre-back that's got a lot of Premier League experience now, as well as winning an international tournament last summer with Portugal at Euro 2016. Next player is going to be Memphis Depay, linked to Everton today, but some sources are saying that United only want to sell him on a permanent basis. Ronald Koeman would prefer to sign the winger on a loan deal, but United want to recoup some of the £25 million they paid for him. And let's face it, Depay really hasn't settled in too well at United, not getting many first team opportunities, but when he does, he's not really looked too fantastic. So Depay, I think, will leave. Whether it's to Everton or not, we'll have to wait and see. Next up, we go on to Lassana Diarra, formerly of Arsenal and Chelsea, linked to West Ham. Now, there have been a lot of rumours as of late saying Dimitri Payet could be going back to Marseille's former club now, and this actually ties in with that because they say it could be used as like a bargaining chip to try and persuade West Ham to get rid of Dimitri Payet. They get Lassana Diarra and cash for Payet going in the opposite direction. Now, if they were going to get rid of Dimitri Payet in this window, it'd be very difficult for them to replace him because usually, the common knowledge is that January transfer windows, there's not really too many big transfers really happen, whereas in the summer, they have a long time to try and build a squad and get their things sorted, whereas in January, they literally have 1 month to try and get a deal done, and it could well be a panic buy. Next up is going to be Branislav Ivanovic, linked to Juventus. Juventus are plotting a January swoop for Chelsea defender Ivanovic, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. He was once a mainstay in the Chelsea defence, but since Conte came in and uses 3-4-3 formation, and has seen Ivanovic drop out of contention, the lack of game time now has fueled the speculation of a move potentially going to Juventus. They want a completed deal, according to Gazzetta dello Sport again, this month. And I think his contract does expire at the end of this season, so they probably be able to get him on the cheap. Next up, we go on to Mahmoud Dahoud, linked to Juventus as well. It's according to Italian sources, and they're saying that Gladbach are in talks with Juventus for Dahoud since about a month ago. He's a #1 target, but #2 target is Luis Gustavo as a backup. So at this point in time, no fees been mentioned, but Dahoud would be very clever to get the business done now, as I think a lot of Premier League clubs could be coming in for him in the summer. Next player is Javier Hernandez. According to Bild today, Bayer Leverkusen are willing to let Javier Hernandez leave this month for €25 million or £21.4 million, with apparently Chelsea in the works to try and get him. The final one today is James Rodriguez. Real Madrid midfielder James Rodriguez has put an end to speculation of a January transfer by insisting he is staying at the Spanish club. The Colombian has been linked to Manchester United, Chelsea and Tottenham, according to Daily Express. And that is going to be it for today's episode, guys. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content in the comments below. And your thoughts on today's rumours and the rumours I should do in the next episode. And if you missed yesterday's videos, they'll be down below in the description box. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.